Hey you guys, so I need to freshen up this room. So I turned on my little Better Homes and Gardens night light. Look how pretty that is. Slash wax mount night light thingy. Uh, I've always been into the Scentsy owl thing. Scentsy fragrance mounts, but my owl, he's MIA. He's in Dime Bar right now, so um I'm looking for another one though because I wanted to crack, but it still works. It still melts and everything. And oh, you guys, these freaking crates right here waddled over and fell, but luckily I wasn't like in a line of it. And this was like a week ago, and I was like, ah! And my dad came in here, picked it up. There was some heavy stuff in there, but I mean that ish was scary. I was like, I always get nervous with these tall ass crates like that. But anyway, so yeah, look at that, and I want to show you what I'm melting. I'm melting. Trying to light this scent. Only me. I also got these from Walmart, Sensationals, and I wanted. Wait, let me back up. I wanted the whatchamacallit. I wanted the what's that thing called? It was a smaller version of this, but I only saw this one at the time, so I ended up getting this bigger one. And because it's been so hot, they kind of were sweating in there. But I also have a Meyer lemon basil and some sort of whatchamacallit. Oh yeah, what is it called? What was it? I forget what it was called. Oh, some kind of dream, something. So let me put this somewhere. So yeah, turn this off. It's warm in here right now. But you guys, so sweating. I'm about to cook me something right now. I'm thawing out some catfish. Just took a COVID test for work because my friend reminded me that if you cause in California we still have to test or something. If we test, we upload our results, we get paid for an hour. So I got one on one of my stubs. It said like whatchamacallit, company business or something for 1 hour. And I remembered I did like maybe 2 weeks ago or a few weeks ago I put a test up, or he started to put it up. I don't know if I completed it or not, but and so he had a video of him doing it. I was like, oh, I heard we get paid for doing that because I seen some guys post about it, and he said, yeah, why do you think I'm doing it? Oh, you guys, I hate doing freaking tests. Like, I mean, I'd rather do it myself than have them do it, like a Kaiser or something. Like the last time I had to get it. Um, she was like up there, and I felt like my eyes started watering. Like I was like, oh, and it's like that test or the little stick thing that they give you. I've taken so many of them over just the year, just taking them that I wouldn't. You would think I would be comfortable, but I I don't know. It tickled, and I hope I got the right thing, but I think I did. But yeah, and so oh, I hated doing it. I just hate doing that kind of stuff. But I hate it when they did it for me at Kaiser. She was like up there, and it was just my eye watering. I'm like, dude, hurry this ish up. So yeah, I'm waiting for Alexa to go off with those results, and then I'm gonna cook. I went to Walmart this morning after work. Um, I got just some things to eat for the next few days, and I got some burritos. Oh, my friend was telling me he was eating this burrito he brought from home, and it's called, I don't know, I forget the name of it off the top of my head, you guys, but they're kind of pricey. They have them at like Winco, they have them at Walmart, not Walmart, Winco. Because I looked at the Super Center this morning near work, they didn't have them. Alexa, stop. All right. So, um, he had the steak in Monterey Jack, and then he said there's a chicken one. They have him at Stater Brothers, and I said, "Oh, I'll go on the way home because the bus was like right by there." Um, but I didn't feel like it today because I had stuff from Walmart already. It was thawing, and then I'll just get it next week sometime. They also have them at Ralph's, which is down the street, but it's like the Arcadia border, so that part of Arcadia or Arcadia in general isn't covered under the Monrovia thing discount. So um I'm sure there's another place that has them, but the only thing is they're kind of expensive. I mean, I think they're chimichangas. I don't know if they're burritos, but they're like I think a Stater Brothers like 15 or I forget how much they are, but they're a lot because I was gonna get them once. I was like, those are the kind I like. And then when I saw his busted out of the burritos, burrito at lunch, I was like, oh, I didn't get that. But yeah, and what else? Um, I got that, and I got a few other things. The wax melt for that thing. Like, I can't wait. You guys want to get my own place? Like, I'm gonna have one of those in the restroom and in my room. Those just things that you plug in. I can't use a lot of things just because of my my sinuses and just I get allergic. I'm kind of allergic to like incense and things like that. Like I can't have that because it burns my eyes and everything. Like I literally after like even a minute or two around them, even at the street fair or whatever, I can't stand there too long because it'll just start if it's burning. And one thing that store Pier 1 used to sell, those reed diffusers where you put like a little wooden stick inside of this oil and they make like the whole just everything smell amazing. It like I had one of those once and I remember I had it in the restroom and this was years ago and I was like, oh my god, every time I come in here my eyes are burning and I'm like coughing and what's going on? Like I didn't connect the dots. And finally I was like, every time I go in the restroom, and then it was filtering out of the restroom because they're strong, especially if it's a small restroom. And I was like, oh, I wonder if it's that. So I took it and I hid it in this closet. I forgot about it. It dried out in there, but I hid it in the closet and closed the door. And yeah, it was that. And so I was like, I can't use those. I would love to use those if they had an option that wasn't, So these wax melt type things don't do that to me. So they're good. They kind of remind me of the old school, like my mom used to get those plug-in things. Like, so they remind me of those, like the commercials. Plug it in, plug it in. So I like that. And I like when I went in there, like it smelled like Rice Krispie treat, but I like that. I like just having it have that, like just when you walk in, it's like, so like, yeah. But I got that a while ago. I didn't get that on this trip. I just barely opened it right now. That wax melt. But, so yeah, today I just basically got groceries and I had a little breakfast there. And, what else? I don't think I went anywhere else. I went to Starbucks and had that drink. And that's probably why I'm still up. Because I didn't finish the drink yet. But, for some reason at work, it was weird. And it could be my pills too. Because, the doctor said sometimes, like, you can yawn and not be tired on those type of pills like that. Because it's just a reaction, like your body is like, But I think I was just drowsy yesterday, or last night, because I was like, I was yawning like almost half the shift, and I was like, but luckily there was like a lot I had needed to do, like problem solving, so I was busy, because if I wasn't, I would have just dropped. And when my friend left, her AZZ left, but she hurt herself at the gym, like she was, overdoing it there. But I made fun of her and said, oh, because she said, oh, my leg, oh, I can't even sit my butt, and I was like, Are you sure that was at the gym and we were just laughing so hard? But oh, bad news about her, guys. Okay, yeah, we were beefing like a week ago, or it was just I don't know what happened, but it's been like old times the past few days. But she's leaving, but she said she might try to go to Flex if she can. She's gonna talk to HR, but she got the job for the state. But I told her because my dad retired from the state, his wife retired from the state, so I mean she didn't work as long as he did, but so my dad's always pushed me about the state. So I told her, she told me I'm gonna put you on if I like it there. I don't know, because the place is kind of like you're dealing with people who put their kids in like ovens and stuff. Like they're a little out there. But I need to change. I need to change your job. Whoa, and scenery and I don't know. I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about what I'm gonna do. I do want to move on to something else, but I don't want to like drop this yet until I know for sure. So what I'm gonna do. So yeah, I was kind of bummed about that because even if we weren't all, even if she's not running up and hugging me saying my baby, we always do that. It's like I don't know. I don't know. It's like she kind of adds a little fun to the environment. So, but what else? And I was telling somebody, I was like, oh my god, like we spent that whole week or two like beefing, and that could have been time to soak it up, soak up the last moments, like see. But I don't feel like we'll lose touch or lose contact. I mean, that usually does happen with jobs. You don't really, me and her both said that when we first kind of met. Out of sight, out of mind. Like you don't see them, so you lose. That I don't know. It's interesting with work situations because I think what it is. I was telling her at the time. I was like, I think it's like you're bonded over the job. You're disdain for it, or you're just like, oh my god, we met here, we said right here, we did this. But over just the last year, I've just seen so many people come and go that it's just like, because I didn't even sit my other one on, right? So it's like I'm just numb to it because it does change. I think it's because it changes when you don't work together anymore. You may talk, but it's kind of more like a catching up thing. It's not really what you did do at the job or around the job, and it's always people that I tend to like just click with. Like it's just like we click over something, and it's like, oh, this person makes work tolerable, and it's just, and plus, like the guy that was like our supervisor guy left, and he left to a different building. Our old one left to a different building. It's like a lot of people who started there like moved to different buildings or like are going to different buildings, and like one of the guys, like one of the managers that was like one of the first managers I met there that I worked with there, he's moving to day shift, like a different time, like, and it's just like, oh my god, and he's like one of the cool ones too because he's just like right on talking to everybody, and it's just like, oh, but I'm happy for him because he was telling us like, oh yeah, he's like, I've been here like the whole time he's been with the company, he worked days, and he said this was like his first nights, and he's like, just I think something about because his girlfriend works days too, I think, so they had opposite schedules, and so it was like when she was on her night, when she had her free days, she'd be quiet because he could sleep. When she was on his days, she had, so he's like, it'll be, and then he said some other reasons too, like, oh, that he wants some days back, like his Sunday back. I'm like, wait, but if you're doing front half, how you gonna have your days back or whatever? I don't know, but your Sunday's back. But I don't know, maybe I misheard him, but he was telling us, he said next week is next, I think it's his last, and then somebody else is coming, but not, I don't think the guy that's coming is gonna be in our area, but we'll like see him obviously because it's like. But I don't know, you guys. I don't know. I'm trying to hang on there just because you know, working with Gregory about. And that's another one. If we weren't working together, I don't know. That fool's all on the go. So I don't know what it's like. And we literally are at that point where it's like we'll be like, I don't know. We tell all these stupid inside jokes, and he'll show me like his little conquest on his Instagram, and I'm like, who is that? And we have our meter for like good looking guys. Like I'll be like, oh, is it daddy? Is it zaddy? Or is it, we just have this, it's so many little things. I'm like, but then I'm like, just like with my friend and with other people that were leaving, I was like, people got to do what's good for them, So you have to, I don't know. I have a lot of mental things I got to think about before the end of the year, 2023, my birthday's in January, so it's like, I have a lot of things that have been good this year, but a lot of things have been like, whoa, this year. So it's just like that was out of left field, like type things that I've had to adjust and adapt and all that. So it's just a lot going on, but I'll be alright, Anyway, you guys, I'm trying to be better with just looking at people and looking at the camera, looking at people. I can look at people not in the face, but it's hard. Like sometimes I look the other way because I guess I'm like, when I'm talking about certain things, I'm like, I don't want to look at people like, kind of like a shielding me from like being embarrassed what I'm saying, whatever. But anyway, you guys, I will talk to you guys later. I want to keep this video short. I'm trying to keep them under 15 minutes. Alright, talk to you guys later. Bye!